by predicate. I guess you don't pass pilot training using your quantitative reasoning skills, huh? That pretty face is all you need.
Oh, do knock it off, Donovan. You're wrong as well. Actually, the problem isn't the assumption that every set defines a predicate, but the assumption that every predicate defines a set.
Oh, quit being such a smartass. You know, I can tell you all some things about my new factorization method using the extended Euclidean algorithm that would knock the socks off your little witticisms about proof by contradiction.
Oh.
Not that again. Since when do you know what the hell I'm talking about, Nick?
Donovan, I'm sure we would all love to hear about your algorithm theories some other time. Hey, someone's here.
I didn't know anyone was in here.
Who is she?
Oh, what were we talking about again?
Have you seen a blue backpack?
There's a blue backpack right there.
Thanks. It's actually my boyfriend's. I was holding on to it for him while he was in practice, and I must have left him here. How responsible, huh? He's been giving me the 3rd degree about it.
3rd degree?
No idea. Like burns?
Or murder?
Does your boyfriend hurt you?
No.
Then why the hell is she saying 3rd degree?
I guess she was lying. I despise liars.
But she smells so nice. She smells like those flowers on 7th Street, the orange ones.
Can I have that backpack now?
Hard enough.
What's the matter? Something? Oh, wait. I remember. You're like special needs. I didn't mean to scare you, I promise. What's your name?
Her eyes. So blue, like perfect radials extending from her pupil. How interesting.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
It's like a tiny polar coordinate system. I mean, if you don't take into account the convexity of the eye, you can do all sorts of amusing conversions.
Between the polar and Cartesian coordinates, hypothetically rearranging her eye into a rectangular system.
I like your eyes.
Thanks. You have nice eyes too.
My name's Austin.
I rolled it.
Maybe that's why she smells like flowers.
What are you reading about?
Spacecraft and calculus.
Calculus. Wow, are you really good at math?
I used to want to be an engineer at Lockheed Martin, and my dad thought that I could even though I have autism because I placed first in the Tri-State College Mathematics exam.
But you don't want to anymore?
Lockheed Martin designs the best air and spacecraft, but also a lot of weapons like missiles and nuclear bombs, and I don't like things like that. So what I want to do is be an astronaut, so that way I can be a part of something I love, but not hurt people.
Last time you flew with that SAAB or Boeing?
It makes me
It was
so
Boeing.
nervous.
I can recall it as a
No, I remember it was a Boeing.
Whenever
We were
there's
about
any turbulence, I'm
35,000.
always afraid.
35,000 is way too high. I can't hear. Wow, come on.
Rocky,
35,000 is the absolute.
Who is Patrick? Shut up!
Just be quiet!
Oh.
She's mad. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry.
I'm not angry.
I make people angry a lot. My mom used to tell me, I swear to God, Austin, if you don't cut it out right now, I'm going to send you out to the loony bin. And at first I didn't understand what she meant by cut it out because usually I'm not allowed to have scissors or knives unless I'm doing wood carvings with my dad.
It's okay. I'm not mad. I promise.
You're doing that thing where you talk too much. Okay, slow down. No, I think you'd better explain.
But she says it means stop doing that, usually like when I'm yelling. She says people don't like it when I yell, but usually it's because they touch me or something, so it's not my fault. But they still make noise and laugh anyway.
I would never laugh at you. I think it's awful that people do that. Do you want me to go?
I wish you would just go away so we could finish our earlier conversation about quarks on our eyes.
No, stay.
Okay.
Hey, when she moves her face like that, it means she's happy.
What are you doing here all alone anyway?
My dad picks me up from school 15 minutes late so I can come here and read instead of being up front with all the other people. They can be loud and touch me sometimes, so I'd rather not be here.
Do you remember that time Harry Dillenberg accidentally touched your neck on the steps and then—
Yes!
Sorry.
Really see no need to dwell on that experience.
Do people give you a hard time a lot? They don't like bother you?
I don't know.
Just tell the truth.
I mean, yeah.
What do? They laugh at you.
Why are we talking about this?
Yes.
That's awful.
You know, I used to not mind when they laughed. I thought laughing was a good thing. I didn't realize it was bad until Dave, Sam, and I were playing this game where they'd throw my rabbit keychain down the toilet and see how fast I could get it out. We were all laughing, but then my dad came in and yelled at them and told me that they were only laughing in a mean way, and it's because I'm different, and I don't want to be different, so I don't laugh anymore.
People are so terrible.
Indeed they are.
She's not, though. Why is she being so nice?
Because she likes you. Duh. Keep at it.
Do you have any friends here?
Sometimes I consider my books as friends.
Look, everybody quarks! Little particles with funny names.
Up,
down, turn straight, top to bottom. Up, down, turn straight, top to bottom. Up, down, turn straight.
Oh, wait, I know
Top
this.
to bottom.
We're talking about quarks, different types of quarks. We took physics last year. I learned a little bit about quarks, but not much. I checked out some books because I wanted to learn more.
I taught myself too. There's this book that I have. It's the first thing I ever read on physics when I was 7 3/4 years old.
Oh, it's good when you give people
You
things,
can
right?
have it if you
Well, she
want.
doesn't want it.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
But it doesn't look like she's mad either.
She's so lovely, isn't she, Donovan?
Hell if I know. I like her too.
Let's talk about planes.
She doesn't like planes, remember? Okay, talk about something else.
What do you like?
Like to read about?
And welcome
I
aboard,
normally
ladies and
read
gentlemen.
novels,
This is your
but I
captain
read
speaking.
books, not
Today we
fiction
will fly an
about
FA-82
I just
turbo-engine
read
aircraft
books.
rated in
I
A35.
bet you
Okay,
know
shut
all
up right
about
here. Austin, focus. She's talking about Stephen Hawking. You know this.
I like Stephen Hawking too. When I hear Schrodinger's cat, I reach for my pistol.
What?
It's a joke he used to tell. I don't really get it because I usually don't get jokes, but I do know Schrodinger's cat, so I say it because it reminds me of it.
Oh, right, where the cat is alive and dead at the same time.
It's a mind game designed to criticize the strangeness of superposition, or all the possible positions of a subatomic particle. Specifically, it criticizes the Copenhagen interpretation, which implies that.
Oh, whoa, slow down. You're always so literal about everything.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I know, you're obviously really smart, you're just kind of hard to follow sometimes.
But I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting here and you're sitting there. What is it?
Nothing. You know, I've seen you at lunch before. Maybe we could sit together sometime if you want.
But if he sits with her at lunch, then he might have to sit with her at a different table.
Or even if she sits with him at his table, she might start eating some purple, like beets or cabbage.
Or her food might touch.
Wiser to avoid it.
Oh, let's not think about this right now.
The ERJ has a cruising speed
Not
altitude of
planes.
37.
Different thought.
What's the matter? You look like a deer in the headlights.
Dear?
No, it's just an expression. Obviously, you don't have antlers or anything.
Oh, she's doing the thing with her face like she's happy again.
What does it mean?
Well, perhaps you'd like to be friends.
That would be amazing.
What are you thinking about?
Stars.
Really?
Whoa, hey, why is she interrogating us? Does she know we were looking in her eyes? Is that socially unacceptable or something?
No. I'd say it's borderline commonplace.
So then,
Why did you say really?
It's not. It's just, well, I've never told anyone this before because it's kind of silly, but I'm kind of obsessed with the stars. Every night I take a blanket outside and I just watch them hanging there. Some nights I'm out there for hours, you know, just looking up. Some nights my mom and dad, well, I guess it's just a lot more peaceful outside with the stars.
There's this telescope that I use every night after I play mahjong with my dad and right before I feed my cat noon. That's at 8:15.
So we're looking at the stars at the same time.
no, you're not.
Well, not necessarily, because sometimes I do it a little bit earlier or a little bit later, depending on if I'm studying a specific astral event. Whenever I engage in a new field of study, I like to immerse myself in its conventions, so I use local mean time instead of Eastern Standard Time, because local mean time historically governs the planispheres. So by that standard, every 13 square miles is a different time zone because of the varying degrees of longitude and the subsequent differing visual angles. So for me and you, the time difference would be at least 1 minute. Not to mention that time moves slower closer to the surface, so if you were in your balcony and I was in my front yard, that would make a difference too.
You know what I say?
What?
I say that we're looking at the stars together.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me that.
Did you ever build your own telescope?
Yeah, actually, I've always wanted to be an astronomer. It's just so beautiful out there.
I don't know.
Well, then why do you look for your telescope at 8:15 or maybe earlier or maybe later?
Well, I just finished splitting the double quasar in Ursa Major, and lately I've been locating stars within 100 light years of Earth, breaking down the light emissions into the visual spectrum and figuring out what wavelengths are missing. It allows me to determine each star's thermal postmark and atmospheric composition. I'm gonna start something new soon.
Wow. I always just make constellation pictures and stuff. Are you always so scientific about everything? Don't you ever just look up and wonder?
Well, sometimes when I'm looking for gamma ray activities in search of supernovas, I like to think about all the questions that they could answer for us if we understood them better.
Like what?
Like, does gravity have a compellent force, or like, where's all the universe's missing mass? Or is the inflation hypothesis even true? Like, could the entire Big Bang Theory as we know it be like completely disproved?
See, exactly. I think about those things too, just with smaller words.
There are so many things as a scientist and as a person that I want to understand, knowing that I might not ever get the answers it's really, really frustrating.
Whenever that happens to me, whenever I'm just so frustrated how limited the human mind is, my whole life, really, you know what I do?
No.
Well, I just take a deep breath, and this sounds dumb, but just let it wash over me. The way it looks out there, the razor-sharp blackness punctured by tiny pricks of light of every single color you can imagine. The shapes we see in the nebulas that are completely alien, but also seem totally...
Intuitive.
Exactly. We've been here before. See, Austin, you see the beauty too.
It's never seemed like quite so real before, though, has it?
You know, sometimes I like to think about how quiet and still it must be out there with no gravity and no molecules for sound to travel through, and that in the middle of all of that, there are billions billions and billions of potential nuclear furnaces burning millions of pounds of matter every second.
Wow. The whole thing just seems like a paradox, doesn't it? Maybe that's why it freaks some people out. All that stuff you were talking about, supernovas and star deaths, it happens at a completely different time scale as us, like either at the speed of light or over billions and billions of years, that it doesn't even seem possible that it can even exist in the same reality as us. Knowing that you, lying in your dinky backyard, are just another part of the same whole, it's pretty unbelievable, but also kind of comforting.
Because it means that anything is possible. You know, sometimes I like to take it back to Schrodinger's cat, but I go even further, and I imagine that every moment splits off into an infinite number of parallel universes where anything could happen, and everything could be completely different than it is in this one. Like, shrimp wouldn't exist, or we'd call chairs flumwangles, or you would be a professional ping pong player, or I wouldn't be. I would be, but most people are afraid of infinity. They think space, they see space as distant and empty because they don't understand it, and it's so different from what they're used to. But they fail to remember that this planet is just a part of space. It's not separate from it. So they're the ones missing out when they see space as frightening and empty because it's just a reflection of their own world. They don't see space as a possibility. They see it as an empty void, and that's what I don't understand. Because for me, it's different because out there is where I feel the most comfortable. It's here, that's the void.
Austin, it doesn't have to be like that anymore. We can show them what they're missing. We'll take back the world and we'll show them how beautiful space really is. And then it won't be a void anymore. I promise I won't let it be, okay?
She is absolutely, without a doubt, the most amazing person in the history of the universe. Oh, she's like gorgeous, glowing,
And supernovas and factors and parallel universes.
all sprinkled and combined with a million and puppies and Christmas.
I think you're the best person I've ever seen.
Oh, Austin!
I cannot abide by this. Oh, that's completely broken. Right? There has to be an element.
Shut up!
And blood.
But that's what makes it bad, Austin. Don't do this, okay?
Oh, it's not.
Ever.
You have got to speak your intellect is confused. A little more intellect is confused. You must understand.
Not the face! Never the face! Can't you ever do anything right? You stupid slob!
What's going on? Hey, my girlfriend's out in the hall with a bloody lip, and she won't tell me what happened, but all I know is she came running out of this room crying. So from what I can tell, you're the jerk who did it to her. Look at me! Get it. Special needs, huh? You're lucky. I'd kick the crap out of you if you knew what you were doing. Nobody touches my girl. Been looking for this. Experimental techniques in condensed matter physics. I'm guessing this isn't yours. I bet you don't even know what a plus sign is, do you? How pathetic. Come on, woman.
So, what do we want to talk about?
String theory?